What's up, guys? Happy New Year. Once again, it's been a long time. So I'm just going to go straight into it. This is technically my December haul, as most of the stuff I picked up was in December, I'd guess. But it's kind of just what I've picked up over the last couple of months. So I'm a little bit out of practice, obviously, so just, forgive me if I'm tripping up my words or, don't have any kind of plan with this video as to how to record it and everything like that, or what to show first. I think what I'm going to do first is show my anime DVDs, move on to the Blu-Rays, and then show off the manga. So yeah, I got a nice varied amount of stuff this month. Certain things that where I'm just kind of like catching up on series I already own, but also picked up some new series as well. Anyway, let's get into it. So first DVD, got Satoshi Kon, Millennium Actress. I've seen this before. But it was when I lent it off one of my old friends, and this is actually out of print now. I got it in used Oxfam shop, as you can see from the receipt there. So yeah, buying this online is kind of expensive just for like one film, but an amazing film. And I think now I own all of Satoshi Kon's films, which is pretty cool. Own all of them. So next I got some old classic titles. Vampire Wars. Never actually seen these, but I'm a sucker for kind of old cheesy, super violent, anime from like the early 90s and 80s. And this is an old manga UK release. Box art isn't very pretty, but it is what it is. And in the same line of releases, I got Sword for Truth as well. Supposedly another ultra-violent, kind of late 80s, early 90s or something anime. 1990, the year I was born. So yeah, it's pretty old, but I love stuff like this. I really do. So yeah, they're the DVDs I got. Next on to the Blu-Rays. This is actually a rebuy. Skycrawlers. I've watched this and owned this before, but I sold it, traded it in because I thought I was never going to watch it again. But I kind of regret selling off quite a lot of my anime Blu-Rays, as obviously I like to have a collection and I like to kind of go back and watch series and movies every now and then. So I'm trying to buy back everything that I sold. I didn't really sell that much. But I did sell enough to, notice kind of like a gap in my collection and on my shelves, so I want to buy everything back. Next I'm starting my Studio Ghibli collection. I've owned some Studio Ghibli films before, but they're on DVD, and the majority of Studio Ghibli films that I've seen have always been on film for, so I've never actually particularly owned a lot of Studio Ghibli films, but I started with the 2 for 25 deal in HMV, got When Marnie Was There. Absolutely love this film. This film made me cry, literally. Like, it is so bittersweet. It really touched upon things that are really personal to me as well. It really gave me a lump in my throat when it's kind of revealed who Marnie is and why her friendship with Anna really matters and what they mean for each other. The revelation in this film was it really hit home for me personally. So yeah, I absolutely loved this. It may be my favourite Ghibli film so far. Next I got The Wind Rises. I haven't watched this yet. I'm due to be watching this. I'll probably watch it tonight or maybe tomorrow, depending on what kind of time I've got. But yeah, farewell film from Hayao Miyazaki, but I do believe it's just come back out of retirement again. So yeah, I've heard really good things about this. I'm really looking forward to watching it. Nothing too special about the box art, but it does come with some cool extras, like documentaries and kind of making ofs and things like that. Or at least it did with When Marnie Was There. I haven't verified that for The Wind Rises as of yet. Next we have some special edition type anime Blu-rays. We've got Love, Chunibyo and Other Delusions, which is actually my first pickup from Animatsu. The kind of like broke off from Manga UK. I think it's Jerome from Manga UK who set this up, or at least that's what I've heard on Twitter. But yeah, I watched this. It's got a really nice, rigid box, tougher than what you would normally find in just kind of like a normal kind of single kind of, you know, size Blu-ray box like this. Yeah, some nice box art, nice disc art there. You can see there and there. And if I take this out, it's got some cool art behind as well. I only got this. I've seen like clips and kind of like GIFs or whatever you call them, and memes of this character here, like doing like that thingy dance, whatever it is. What's her name? Rika. And it looked like it was, you know, it looked kind of fun. I liked the art style. It's Kyoto Animation, so it's very similar to kind of like K-On! In its moe aesthetic, and it just really attracted me. So I picked it up. It only cost me £8. And yeah, it was okay. I enjoyed it. Not as much as I thought I would though, but I don't regret buying it. It's still pretty cool. Next, I got all the anime releases. I picked up Tiger and Bunny: The Beginning. I just found this really cheap for £3 used. So that's the only reason why I picked it up. I actually don't know anything about Tiger and Bunny other than the kind of like basic synopsis. I need to really pick this up because it's like a special collector's edition sort of thing. I don't know where this fits in the chronology of like the Tiger and Bunny series. I don't know if I need to watch the original series in order to understand this, or if it's something standalone, or if it's just kind of like a movie version of the series, like, you know, kind of anime typically tend to do. I really don't know, but I'm going to watch it eventually anyway, and, you know, see how I think about it. I really like the little book it comes with, Tiger and Bunny: The Beginning. Yeah, I'll probably have a read through this and, you know, kind of try and get a gist of, you know, what it's actually about, and if I can watch this just standalone without having to watch the series itself. So if you guys know if I can just watch this without having to watch the series, then by all means let me know in the comment section, because like I said, I don't know anything about Tiger and Bunny other than the fact that it's kind of like about superheroes and it's kind of like a reality TV show kind of sort of spin. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it, and I'm you know, I like owning it, especially with how cheap I got it as well. Next thing I got this is actually the final anime Blu-ray, something I'm catching up on. It's the Kill la Kill Collector's Edition box Part 2. So we've got episodes 10 to 19 here. Just take off the little slip cover. I absolutely love these boxes. Again, it's been a long time since I've kind of watched anything Kill la Kill rated and Kill la Kill related, should I say. But these boxes are absolutely gorgeous, and I'm looking forward to picking up Part 3, which will be the final part. I need to pick that up actually before it goes out of print, because you know, these kind of I'm guessing these are kind of a limited run, but they are quite expensive. I mean, each set costs in excess of like between £35 and £40, which usually I don't really like paying for an anime set which isn't the full series and only like kind of a 1/3 of a series or half a series. But, you know, you do really get your money's worth. I feel, at least. It comes with like you know, production kind of sketchbook, art book, should I say, with like, you know, keyframe animation, stills, and, you know, what have you. So yeah, I'm still really happy to own this. I'm still happy to have started collecting this. You know, I could have opted out just for the standard kind of DVD release and just kind of gone with it like that. But you know, no regrets. I'm happy to own this, and I've put that on the wrong way. So now finally we'll move into what manga I bought in this last month or two. So yeah, not that much manga. Again, I've just been kind of catching up on series that I already own. So firstly, I'll show you finally a series that I've completed after spending a lot of money on this series, on certain volumes, and, you know, really you know, kind of being a bit apprehensive, sorry, when I started the series, as I didn't think it was as good as what people made out. It really did come out into its own, and that is Blade of the Immortal, the final volume, final curtain. Amazing ending. I was really impressed with how it ended. You know, how certain characters round off, and, you know, everything else. It was just, you know, a nice, neat bow tie to kind of wrap up an amazing story with amazing characters. Try and show you a little bit of artwork without spoiling anything, because Dark Horse are re-releasing it in an omnibus. Actually now, I think the first volume is due for release, so to kind of get like a little feel of the artwork without actually kind of knowing what's going on. I mean, look at that. It's super gory, very violent. None of these kind of pages here are particularly spoiler related, so you're okay with seeing those. But yeah, there's a quick gander at the artwork, and Hiroaki Samura's amazing, you know, touch of flair when it comes to how he, you know, portrays motion on the page. But yeah, a really good volume, and I'm sad to see it kind of end. Next, I picked up a gap that was in my collection. That's Yotsuba Volume 10. So yeah, I've caught up to Volume 12 now. I need to get Volume 13, which I know was recently released. But yeah, Yotsuba is just amazing. I love this series, and I'd love to see Koyohiko Azuma, you know, do maybe an anime adaptation of it, as Yotsuba is just such an amazing character. She's the kind of character that, you know, you would really like as a daughter yourself, or like a little sister, or, you know, something like that. She's so playful, so energetic, but really fun, and just really funny. She's so sweet, and it's just basically her, you know, in her day-to-day life, just, you know, playing with her neighbours, playing with her dad, and just kind of going on little, you know, childlike adventures, you know, that you would expect a 5-year-old to go on. So yeah, amazing series. I'm going to be sad when I'm caught up to Volume 13, because I know this is a really slow release. But yeah, I really can't get enough of Koyohiko Azuma. Okay, and next we have something that I'm caught up to. That's A Bride Story by Kaoru Mori. This is Volume 7 here. These, I still got the price on it, I haven't read it. These releases are still stunning. Hardcover releases from Yen Press. Very impressive. There's the spine art there, you know. The covers themselves are obviously just blank, but the dust jackets are rendered in beautiful detail, as you can see there. Kind of like a wraparound spine almost, with the French flaps. And the artwork inside, I mean, I haven't read this volume yet, so I don't really know what happens in it. I think it introduces a new character, because there's not really a fixed story. Ooh, wow, damn. Yeah, I don't think. Oh God, nakedness. Yeah, there's not really a fixed story. I don't really know what happens in this volume, but as you can see from all the naked stuff I'm showing you here, I think that's the first time I've actually seen nudity in A Bride Story. Usually there isn't. It's quite tame. But you know, I don't think YouTube will flag me for this. I think it'll be alright. But yeah, amazing artwork, amazing storytelling, and amazing research done into, you know, kind of bringing this series, you know, into fruition. Kaoru Mori did extensive research on, you know, what life was like for nomadic people in, like, you know, the region that she's depicting in the world. And here's Volume 8, which is the latest release. She's a returning character. I know I can't remember her name, but she's a girl who's getting married, and she's quite tomboyish, and, you know, doesn't really like having to, you know, go through the whole process and everything like that. But yeah, I don't think there'll be any nudity in this volume. I don't think it focuses on her. As you can see, just painstaking detail in the artwork there. You know, the way she does characters' eyes and faces and everything like that, just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. One thing that she's been heavily praised for as well is how she does clothing. She puts like so much detail in the clothes and the backgrounds and everything like that. Just, yeah, absolutely amazing. So, A Bride Story. I'm probably going to catch up on this today, actually. It's been a long time since I've read Volume 6. And Volume 6, as I recall mentioning before, was a very different volume in relation to how all the others are. But anyway, moving on. Next, another series I'm catching up with is Cardcaptor Sakura Omnibus Volume 2. I think there's 4 or 5 of these, and I'm picking them up slowly but surely because they are quite expensive. These are like £15 a pop. But I used to get them on 3 for 2 anyway. But I obviously, if I'm buying 2 other volumes, then I'm usually spending probably about £40 total, you know, in like kind of one purchase to get this and like 2 other volumes of like whatever series. So yeah, nice volumes, nice releases. As you can see there, $14.99. Still haven't taken the price off. Clamp. Again, it's not a group that I'm particularly too familiar with, other than the kind of like anime series from like back in the 90s. But as you can see, it's very fine artwork, not much shading, very light in terms of pen work, and you know, there's not really any heavy blacks or, you know, dark greys or anything like that. It's very light. Ooh, and a gorgeous colour page. I didn't know there was colour pages in this. But yeah, there you go. Clamp. I'm really looking forward to starting this, as I've never actually read anything by Clamp before. This and what's the one volume of manga I won from Owen, Immortalium. They're the only two things I own by Clamp. So now the next thing I'm going to show you, which is the penultimate thing from what I picked up this month, is something that I finally purchased by Satoshi Kon, in terms of, you know, the manga that he has released here in English-speaking countries. I think this was actually the first thing that was released from Vertical, which is an awesome publisher, which is available in English. Now he's got a few others like Dream Fossil and Seraph, and whatever. He's got something else as well, which I can't recall at the moment. But as you can see, his artwork oftentimes has been compared to that of Katsuhiro Otomo, for which I believe he was actually an assistant on some of Katsuhiro Otomo's manga, probably Akira. That's the only manga that I know of his. So, and Domu as well, maybe Domu. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. It's just a self-contained, you know, one-shot volume, so a nice kind of easily digestible read. I might read it for my 24-hour manga marathon, which I'm going to be participating in, you know, in the next coming week or so. And finally, which is something that I picked up for the 24-hour manga marathon, and just generally something that I picked up, which is something I wanted anyway, is a really classic manga released by Comics One years and years and years ago. I think this release is probably from around 1999, 2000 or something. And that's Joan by Yoshikazu Yasuhiko, who you will recognise as the mangaka behind Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin, which has been recently released by Vertical. This is by Comics One, which isn't a publisher that's around anymore, and it's an absolute gorgeous release. Considering how old it is, it's still in pretty relatively good condition, with really nice French flaps. You know, a nice kind of like soft kind of feel to the cover, and a really nice kind of you know, simple but nice design on the front cover itself. And the entire manga is rendered in beautiful full color, which was the biggest selling point for me. As Yoshikazu Yasuhiko's artwork in full color, if you know, if you've read Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin, he really knows how to use gouache paints. As you can see there, he's an absolute master when it comes to painting. I'm not sure if it's gouache or actual watercolor, but either way it's irrelevant, as you know, his artwork is just simply gorgeous. As you can kind of guess by the name, I do believe it's based on Joan of Arc, or that was at least my initial assumption. But what I'm actually led to believe now from reading like the synopsis on the back is that it's a fictionalized account of a girl in like medieval France who's kind of like a second kind of Joan of Arc after the death of the actual Joan of Arc. I'm not exactly too sure, but I'm going to read it for my 24-hour manga marathon anyway, and whether or not it's relevant for you know, the category that I want to read it for, which is my non-fiction category. I'll soon find out once I've obviously you know, read it, as I'm not exactly sure if it's about Joan of Arc herself or somebody who lived around the time of Joan of Arc, and it's actually a fiction work. But yeah, again, I'll find out sooner or later. It's the only thing that I could think of that was like non-fiction related. Oh, I actually showed you book 3. This is book 2, but it's only 3 volumes long. Obviously, it's long out of print, but there are still a few copies circulating around Amazon, which, you know, are you know, pretty cheap to come by. Like, I picked this up for all 3 of these volumes for under £15, including delivery, I believe. So yeah, more than worth it. And it was originally $10.99, or maybe I bought it for $10.99. I'm not exactly too sure, but I do know I got all of the volumes for under £15 on Amazon. But yeah, there you go, they have it. That has been my manga anime haul for the month of December, some of November, and probably 1 or 2 from October as well, to be honest. I think that was my last video, but yeah, thank you very much for watching. Most likely the next video that you'll see uploaded from me is my 24-hour manga marathon in the next week or two, at least before the 31st of January when it's due to conclude and, you know, due to end. So yeah, stick with me until then, and peace out. Have a good new year, everybody. See you later.